Hi, my name is Alfredo Bloy-Dawson, and I'm going to be doing a series of videos taking a little deep dive into some of the stats for the various municipalities on the Costa del Sol. I'm going to start with Benahavís because in every set of stats, there's one stat that stands out. And in Benahavís, the one that stands out for me, and this is all from Spain's notary, so it's real data. It's not asking prices, it's not selling prices, it's based on real data. The first thing that stands out from Benahavís is to do with the split between national and foreign buyers. Now, we know that in Andalusia, roughly 15% of all property transactions are with foreigners. Andalusia is a very big region. So that includes Seville and Jaén and a whole other places that don't have that many foreign buyers. We know in Malaga province, which is where the Costa del Sol is in, that amount goes up to about 30%. So in Malaga province, about 1 in 3 roughly properties are sold by a foreigner. Now, if you drill down to municipal level, Benahavís, 84% of all transactions in Benahavís over the last 12 months were by foreign buyers. The average age of a buyer in Benahavís is 52. That hasn't really changed over the last decade. The other stat that jumps out for Benahavís is that is a split between new houses and resales. In the case of Benahavís, it's 97% of all transactions in Benahavís are resale properties. So there's very little going on that is new. That doesn't surprise me because most of the urbanizations are villa urbanizations. And when the new ones there tend to be refurbs rather than brand new constructions with a few exceptions. The split between houses and apartments, 76% are apartments and 23% are houses. That's fairly typical. The next bit that's interesting are the nationalities. So what are the main nationalities buying in Benahavís? The Brits are in first position with 17.7% of all transactions, then the Swedes with roughly 10, then the Belgians with roughly 9, Germans with 8, Dutch with roughly 8, 7.7, and then 47% is a mixture of other things. So it really does show it's very spread out, but it is dominated by the Brits, the Swedes, and the Belgians, and the Germans, which you don't really hear much about these days. So those are the main nationalities buying in Benahavís. And when you bear in mind that 84% of all transactions in Benahavís are to foreigners, then this is the market. Why is this relevant? Well, it's relevant if you're a developer and you're building for a particular kind of demographic. It's also relevant if you are looking to tap into a particular market and you say the Polish market, you can see they're not in the top 5. It doesn't mean they're not buying, but it does give you a sense of who's buying where. So those are the takeaways for me for Benahavís. Now we look at pricing. So the average price in Benahavís over the last 12 months was 928,593 euros. So it's just shy of $1 million. And there have been 710 transactions in the last 12 months. That's up until August 2025. So the average is $1 million. That's a chunk. And the average price per square meter built is just shy of 4,000 at 3,889. So what we see here is Benahavís is a very expensive place in terms of the average transaction deal. The volumes are low, but the ticket prices are high. It's almost 100% foreigner, and the Brits, the Swedes, and the Belgians dominate. Hope this helps.